Let's take a look at the teams selected for this game tonight, starting with Scotland. And it is 5 changes for Scott Gemmell from that 2-0 defeat to Czechia on Friday. Lee McFarlane, Ben McPherson, Aidan Borland, Cameron Gardner and James Wilson all drop out. Rory Adams, Christy Montgomery, Finlay Curtis, Deary Mabudi and Emilio Lawrence all come in. As for Portugal, well, some real top talent in the Portugal lineup, and you just need to look at some of the transfer fees, as you mentioned, Scott. Matheus Fernandes and Roger Fernandes moved this summer for around a combined €70 million, and Giovanni Quenda will also make a move to Chelsea next summer for around €40 million.
Incredible, isn't it? It shows you obviously how successful they have been in the academies in Portugal, because they're churning out players consistently. We see these sort of deals and guys who are probably going to be some of the best players in the world, you would imagine. So from a Scotland perspective, how can you match up against them? Can you be aggressive against them, but at the same time show your quality in the ball? This is the level I think these players and the sort of transfers you want to be involved in yourself. So how do you match up against them? That's what people will be watching for tonight, especially their managers.
Well, come on, it's David Watson wearing the armband once again for Scotland, and it is Matheus Fernandes wearing the armband for Portugal. He plays his football at West Ham. He is one of the big money men, made his move from Southampton to West Ham in the summer, and they exchange handshakes with the officials, who are from Slovakia, for this game. David Watson, one of the more experienced players in this Scotland lineup, plenty of top tier football that he's played, and that will come in handy in a game like this.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see him with the armband on. Obviously the most experienced part of the last campaign as well, and he's one of the players that came through the academy at Kilmarnock and actually sort of cemented his place in the team. And that's what guys coming into 21 setup who haven't had that as much first team football as he has, they'll be wanting to do at their respective clubs.
The Portugal players just entering into a huddle before they break off and get ready for kick-off. Looks a bit of a change of shape for Scotland tonight as well. It was a back 5 in that game against Czechia on Friday night, but Scott Gemmell deciding to go back to a 4 for tonight's game. Yeah,
I think naturally when you watch back the game and analyse it, you'll obviously pick holes in it that you didn't like. So obviously I think we looked at how Portugal would probably shape up. It looked like it would be a 4-4-2 or maybe flip to a 4-3-3. It's got to give them numerical advantage in the middle of the park, allow them to put pressure on these Portuguese players, because there's no question they will carry a lot of quality.
Yeah, change of opposition, change of formation. Will it mean a change of fortunes for Scott Gemmell's side, as Gustavo Varela stands over the ball and gets us underway in this match here at Firhill? Plenty of fans have made their way into the ground, hopeful of seeing the stars of the future. Tiago Parente across to Thiago Gabriel.
And as that 4-3-3 that Portugal have went for there, with the wide players hugging the touchline, and you'd imagine there'd be a lot of patience in terms of how Portugal build up the game. It'll be a tough job for the two outside central midfielders trying to get out and put real pressure on the Portuguese players. So they're going to have to pick their moments when they can go and press the ball, but once they turn over, they're going to have to keep it.
Quenda looking for that big switch, but it's intercepted by Colby Donovan, but it's back at the feet of the Portuguese. Oliveira tries to clip that one over the top, and good pace there shown by Roger Fernandes, but Colby Donovan does well to nick in there and get the ball back.
Yeah, Colby Donovan, been a lot of talk about him. I think he might not be too far away from getting a little opportunity at Celtic. I think he's one of the managers obviously earmarked about coming in and doing well, so he'll be looking to put in a good performance tonight. Yeah,
injuries to Alistair Johnson and Anthony Ralston, who had to pull out of the Scotland senior side over this international break. It could mean that Colby Donovan may well get his opportunity. Has made a couple of substitute appearances recently, as Scotland now have the opportunity to break forward. Here is Matthew Anderson. Luke Graham now over to his central defensive partner, Jeremiah Mullen. Two players that have played a good bit of football so far this season. Mullen at Dunfermline in the Championship, Luke Graham at Dundee, of course, in the Premiership. Here is Luke Graham. Looks long, but it comes back in his direction. Quenda goes down. Referee's not having any of it, and it's well held in by Mabudi. And there is Kelly. Now Anderson.
Seen Portugal there, obviously in a defensive shape and in a 4-4-2. Really compact. Scotland now need to be the team is patient for the gaps to open up. Midfielders need to be really brave on the ball as well in there.
Yeah, look, Graham calm there while being pressed by Varela. And the goalkeeper Rory Adams clips that one out to Donovan. Doesn't quite get the contact he would have wanted with the header. Matias Fernandes. Gabriel, who plays his football at Lecce in Italy. Scotland get the ball back. Mullen. You could see the idea there from Colby Donovan, just trying to look for that run in behind from Dire Mabudi. Use that pace that Scotland do have in the forward areas.
Yeah, and it's picking the moments when you can try and get them in, obviously behind that Portuguese defence. I think from Scotland it's been a decent start. Obviously, just both teams feeling their way into the game at this moment in time, but I think it's been a decent start.
Yeah, it looked early on as if Portugal may dominate the possession in this game, but Scotland doing well themselves to keep a hold of the ball when they've got it. Christy Montgomery dropping deep. He made his debut in Friday's defeat against Czechia.
It's offside.
Mullen looks long. David Watson making the run in behind. The flag does go up, but it was positive.
Yeah, just a timing thing. You can obviously see we've seen David Watson make that run time and time again for Command. That wee connection there, just getting the eye contact. It's just a timing thing. He's strayed 2 or 3 yards offside, but it just shows you with that high line, if you can get that midfield runner, you can cause problems. It was well. They actually built the game really well there as well. Scotland. Obviously Montgomery dropping into that right back position, giving them the overload, and then a couple of sharp passes and they were out. So I'm saying you have to be brave, especially playing against oppositionalists. You have to be brave in possession. You don't want to give the ball back cheaply.
Diogo Travassos forced to turn back inside and finds Oliveira. Here's Roger Fernandes. Nice flick from Varela into Rodrigo Mora, and it was a smart idea from Rodrigo Mora, but just couldn't quite pull it off.
No, you can see the vision there, just didn't quite execute it as well as he should have done. That's the threat. You can see that they've got that awareness, looking to see the combinations, what the Portuguese players are going to have. Showing them a couple of yards and they're looking to penetrate in behind.
Adams gives the ball away. Here is Mora. Fernandes. Blocked by Mullen, and I think that will just be a throw-in. Or perhaps it has gone out for a corner to the visitors, to be taken by Rodrigo Mora. Who was the youngest player at the Club World Cup during the summer. Made a real impact, breakout season for Porto last year. That corner will need to be retaken. The referee just not liking some of the pushing and shoving going on inside the box.
No, but I don't think you want to give them an inch in the box. You want to show them that you've got that bit of aggression in your game. They're not going to get a free header on you.
Well, Mora gets a second chance at this one. Rory Adams comes for it.
I don't think he has to come there, if I'm quite honest. I think you've got to let your defenders deal with that. Get away with one there. It's a great delivery from Rodrigo Mora.
Adams, who's on loan at East Fife this season from Dundee United. And played with you, Scott Allen, last season at Kelty Hearts.
Yeah, he did. As you say, he came on loan from Dundee United, done really well. He had one of the best clean sheet records in the division last season. Now back out on loan again at Dick Campbell's East Fife.
Possibly looked as if there would be an opening there from that long ball, but it's well dealt with by Gabriel. He's used to coming up against some big names. Thiago Gabriel, 2 Serie A starts to his name this season against Genoa and AC Milan. Here is Montgomery again, just happy to drop in deep.
You can see that there. Portugal try to set the traps, let the 2 centre halves have the ball. Then when they do look to pass it out to one of the full backs, that's when Portugal go and they press with intensity, trying to force Scotland down one side.
Mora finds Travassos. Here is Giovanni Quenda.
Lovely feet.
Yeah, good turn by Matias Fernandes. Here is Roger Fernandes. It's now Parenti. Can Fernandes get this ball in? He floats it, but easily held by Adams in the Scotland goal.
Yep, really good shape from Scotland out of possession there, protecting the middle of the park. You can see Portugal are obviously trying to find wee pockets of space, but they're doing it from 60 yards away from the Scotland goal, then forcing them wide, looking to defend the crosses.
Luke Graham can deal with that one. Mullen. Oh, it's brilliant from Mullen just to take a couple of players out of the game, but
it's the one you don't want to turn over.
Scotland having to get back into their shape quickly, and it's Christy Montgomery in the right place at the right time.
Initially it was a great play as well from Jeremiah Mullen, being brave, stepping into the space. Just wonder if Montgomery could maybe, when he was angling for the ball in the first place, could have got it off the back of I think it was Rodrigo Mora. He'd have kept her shape behind the ball.
Gonzalo Oliveira to Diogo Rodriguez. Matias Fernandes forward to Quenda, who is one of the real danger men in this Portugal side. Strike from distance comes from Diego Rodriguez, but Rory Adams will take those in all day.
First shot on target we've had, Andrew. Listen, I think from a Scotland point of view, if that's what you can limit Portugal to is shots from long distance, I think you'd be happy enough. We do know there is quality in that Portuguese side.
All the way back to Rory Adams, who had an interesting game against Czechia on Friday night. Saved a penalty, adjudged to have come off his line, had to be retaken as the flag goes up. There, Dire Mabudi felt he was through on goal and was dragged back, but the offside flag went up first.
Yep, just as Kobe Donovan went to head that on, you seen the Portuguese back line just step 2 yards to catch him offside. But you can see, I think, that if you can get the timing right in terms of the run and the ball, you will get chances because they're so high.
Yeah, not far off a real opening for Scotland there. Dire Mabudi can cause problems with his pace. A couple of goals he's got for Scotland at this age group. This is his 15th under 21 cap. Oliveira. Space opening up on this left side for Portugal. Parenti tries the first time pass. David Watson tracks back well. Combination of Donovan and Montgomery managing to get it back into Portugal's half. Quenda. Fernandes. Forward to Varela. It's nicely done by Portugal. And it's to Mora at the edge of the box. They try for the 1-2. David Watson just putting his foot through that one, clearing the danger as far away as possible. But just a glimpse there of what Portugal are capable of.
Yeah, some lovely football, some quick pass in the middle of the park, then that lovely through ball. I think it was from Mateus. You see obviously Rodrigo Mora at the edge of the box trying to be creative, but because Scotland have really compact in there, Portugal find it really difficult to obviously cut Scotland open, which is at times you have to make it difficult, especially for opponents of this sort of quality. Show them the wide areas and trust that you can defend your box really well at times. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, Christy Montgomery just nicking the ball off the feet of Rodrigo Mora.
The other side of that is though, as the game goes on, if you have to sit in that sort of out of possession shape when you do turn over the ball, it is so crucial that you can. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's a brilliant ball by Mateus Fernandes. Roger Fernandes goes back to Mora. Here is Roger Fernandes again. It goes forward towards Parente. And a good sliding challenge by David Watson. Corner to Portugal.
Well done again, David Watson tracking the runners. Not easy when you don't have possession of the ball for a spell. Portugal starting now to take a bit of a foothold in the game. Mateus starting to control things.
Well, you can see that experience from David Watson. Over 100 Kilmarnock appearances for the 20-year-old. PFA Young Player of the Year a couple of seasons ago as Mora puts that one in, but Rory Adams comes for it.
I just wonder if he could have got him on it there. Thought about it.
Adams goes long this time. I think it was Finlay Curtis who was the intended target, but it went straight to Gonçalo Oliveira.
That's the thing I would say from an attacking threat. We haven't had Curtis or Lawrence kind of in any one-on-one situations in the Portuguese half.
Finlay Curtis doing the dirty work there though, closing down well, stopping that pass going forward to a Portugal shirt. Varela. Mullen not giving him a second.
Yeah, I like that from Jeremiah Mullen. Really aggressive there.
Gabriel. Travassos. Mateus Fernandes does curl that one into the box, and it is dealt with by Kobe Donovan, and then eventually Jeremiah Mullen. Portugal now trying to pile on the pressure a bit more. Scotland standing firm. Mora. Oh, lovely feet by Rodrigo Mora, who then goes towards the back post looking for Giovanni Quenda, but just had too much on it.
You see the balance he obviously possesses there. Some lovely sharp movements, and then looks to get that. I think it was Quenda in at the back post. Like Quenda actually doesn't expect to pass. It's a great ball for me. It just shows you they do have the flashes of real top quality ability. I think we've seen it already in Mateus and Rodrigo Mora. Listen, Scotland have defended well. You can tell the Portuguese players are trying to find a way at this moment in time. It's just when can we start influencing the game in terms of an attacking sense? I know it is difficult against this opponent, as we have spoke about. Finlay Curtis, we know, can be very dangerous. Emilio Lawrence, I think.
Kelly's ball forward, trying to find Emilio Lawrence. As you mentioned, not too much really on for the two wide men for Scotland so far today, and Portugal almost playing themselves into trouble. But it's well dealt with by João Carvalho. But Scotland's press is good enough to force Portugal just to put the ball out of play.
Yep, really good. Had the numbers forward there where they could go and do the press properly. You force Portugal into a mistake. And we now get a bit of sustained possession in their half.
Yeah, a chance for some bodies to be piled forward, and it looks like it will be a long throw. Donovan's long throw, it's a good attempt as well. Emilio Lawrence just unable to get a clean strike on it. And this is where Scotland need to make sure they're not susceptible to a counter-attack. Quenda finds Varela. And Scotland get the bodies back.
David Watson again there, recognising the danger, tracking runners, forcing Portugal to go back, brilliant.
Roger Fernandez. It's really good from Christy Montgomery just to read the danger and read that pass into Mora.
Lovely little touch there from Kobe Donovan, first time. Setting Finlay Curtis away, he goes for a nutmeg. Does it come off, and Portugal now back in possession.
And a lot of it will be about concentration for these Scotland players, making sure that they're tracking those runners, making sure that they're switched on. Travassos. That's Quenda outside. Goes for that cross, a dangerous delivery, and there is Rodrigo Mora. He's probably the smallest player on the pitch, but the quality of the delivery means that he has the easiest of headers to put the visitors in front. And it's Rodrigo Mora with the goal.
It's an incredible delivery from Quenda, shaping back onto his left foot, and he whips a delightful ball into the box, and there's Rodrigo Mora. As you said, the smallest guy in the park, but he wanted to get on the end of it. And he just angles it down low into the bottom corner of Rory Adams' goal. And listen, Portugal have found a way, but it's came with some real quality, that delivery from Quenda, showing why he's a player who's also been spoken about, especially in European football at this moment in time. But Scotland now need to show a different part of their game, a bit of character, a bit of bravery on the ball.
Well, Scotland will have known that Rodrigo Mora is a goal threat. 11 goals for Porto's first team last season in just 35 games. The attacking midfielder really is one of the brightest prospects in European football. When you look at under 20 goal scorers in the top 7 leagues last season, none of them outscored this man, Rodrigo Mora.
Yeah, incredible return. I think you could see, even though they haven't quite come off as of yet, that balance he has on the ball, the vision as they spoke about earlier in the game. And then you can't buy that. A midfielder want to get on the end of crosses. As you said, smallest guy in the park, but just that desire to get in the box and get on the end of it. And that's probably why he's got the numbers as you speak about. Two players we spoke about, Quenda, in terms of Rodrigo Mora, in the attacking positions they've come up trumps there. That was a fantastic goal.
Scotland just going a bit direct from that kick-off. Kelly. Graham to Matthew Anderson, back to Luke Graham. Scotland forced all the way back to Rory Adams. Tries to find Kobe Donovan, who is tall for a right back, and he wins the header. Mabudi just unable to sneak in there. And he has given away a free kick, just a barge in the back of Roger Fernandez. Can't have any complaints there.
No, I love a little scoop over the head there. Obviously Kobe Donovan trying to get back in goal side. Lunges from the back. You keep up the aggression, keep being compact. You can't allow them now to dominate the game. Yes, they've lost a goal to a moment of real quality, but up until then Scotland's shape had been excellent.
Yeah, it's one thing conceding a goal, but it's making sure you react correctly to that. And that's what Scott Gemmell will have been hammering into these Scotland players. Adams.
Just like to see Adams maybe walk with the ball a little bit, maybe attract the pressure from Mora. And then when he does, you might get into your midfielder now with a bit of space. There you go.
Montgomery.
Good play.
It was nice from Montgomery, but the pass just isn't there. Good harrying by Kelly, but Portugal trying to cause danger, and it's good pace by Parente to try and cause some problems. I think Portugal were claiming a pass back there, but referee says no.
No, I didn't think so. I think it was just both players fighting for the ball, and it's come off the Scotland player last. I don't think it was deliberate, but it just shows you when you don't take care of the passes in the central area, they're looking to punish you. Initially it was great play from Montgomery, and then just doesn't take that extra care with the pass. Because if it does make the pass to David Watson, Scotland are on the attack. It's the small details in football really affect the game.
Graham's ball over the top. It's a lovely touch from Finlay Curtis, who's unlucky. Almost opened it up for himself. It has been mixed success really so far with those direct balls from Scotland, and it's going to be Mullen trying another one. This one looks good, but it's just beyond the toe of Daniel Kelly. Quenda. We've already seen his danger from these positions. Roger Fernandez. It's Mora. Just got the ball caught under his feet as he tried to pass it away, and here's a real chance to see that pace of Dire Mabudi. He's now looking for support. He's got it in Finlay Curtis if he can find him. Just too much on it.
Fantastic ball from David Watson, wasn't it? Pick him out, hit that space, you see that pace of Mabudi. Just can't quite find the pass to Finlay Curtis. And he was in.
It will be a Portugal throw on this near side. And they are taking their time over it. Kelly. Watson. Does well to find Mabudi.
You hang it up.
Curtis. Mabudi. Anderson looking for Emilio Lawrence, but we'll get a throw in instead.
Yep, and it all came from having a really good shape in terms of from the Portuguese throw in. Had them camped in their own half, forced them to go long, and then you win the ball back high up the pitch. Good play.
Yeah, it's nice from Anderson, and here is Lawrence, his first real chance to run at players. Eventually crowded out. It took 3 Portuguese defenders to do so. Montgomery. Back to Mullen. Anderson looking for Lawrence once again. Couldn't find him with a pass, and João Carvalho will gather. Just see how deep Rodrigo Mora's willing to come there to get involved in things, despite really playing as their number 10.
Yeah, but he just obviously drops in, someone else fills his space. As the ball goes out there for a Scotland throw, yeah, he drops in and someone else will fill his space. It's a fluid system they have in there. I think he's one of the players as well. If you're a defender in his team, you'll trust him anywhere with the ball. Always helps.
Colby Donovan with the throw. His Celtic debut coming just a couple of weeks ago, off the bench against Livingston, then came off the bench against Kairat Almaty a few days later. Mullen. Direct again. Touch was there from Finlay Curtis, but
Just tried to buy the free kick there, didn't he? It's not an easy one to control. It was fired up to him.
he's moved more centrally for now, with Diri Mabudi coming over to this right side. He is more naturally a winger, Mabudi, than a central striker.
It's Mora back on the back line there, receiving the ball.
It worked too. They found the space. And they now have some to drive into. Quenda. It's a lovely turn by Quenda, and finds the pass. It's a crunching challenge from Matthew Anderson, who felt he got the ball, but instead he's going to go into the book.
I did think he won the ball from where we were standing. Great play initially there from Quenda.
Plays his football in the second tier of Belgium. Matthew Anderson with Kortrijk, came through Celtic's academy. Signed a 3-year deal in the summer. Also had a loan spell in the second tier of Austria with Admira Wacker. One of a few Scotland players who are well travelled. It's becoming more of a theme these days.
And if you see that left foot of Quenda again here, similar sort of area delivered for the opening goal.
Yeah, whether it is Quenda or Mora, you expect that it will be a good delivery. Quenda, almost 60 appearances for Sporting's first team. 3 goals and 10 assists in that. Just 18 years old. Looks like it will be Quenda. And once again, David Watson, the man breaking things up for Scotland. But that is a lovely ball to Quenda, who doesn't get it right that time.
Tried an outside of the boot sweep there, back to trying to find Rodrigo Mora.
Curtis finds Mabudi. Scotland had runners looking for it, but they've decided to be patient.
Yeah, I just wonder, Andrew, if you could have found Daniel Kelly had made a great option for Kobe Donovan just to hit the space. Good play.
Yeah, it could have been a moment of danger, but well played by both Montgomery and Kelly as Donovan strides forward, shakes off the challenge of Roger Fernandez. And here's Emilio Lawrence, Manchester City winger. Mora goes forward. Quenda trying to use that pace to get in behind, but Matthew Anderson stopping things.
Yeah, he will be walking a tightrope, obviously playing against someone with that quality who can go both ways on a yellow card. To choose his moments when they think he can really go and win it.
Mabudi. Just too many players around him. It's given away by Roger Fernandez. Mabudi to Curtis, tries to find the pass. First time back into his path.
Just that final ball letting us down.
I think we've got a flat ball here. I was wondering why the game had just all of a sudden come to a halt.
Not seen that for a while.
How do you feel Scott Gemmell will have viewed this opening 32 minutes?
I think in terms of overall shape, I think Portugal found it hard to play through the middle of Scotland, the heart of the defence. Everything's been kind of forced wide. It's then when it's forced wide, can you defend the box as well as you can? Ultimately, they were undone for a moment with a fantastic ball, and then it becomes about tracking runners. Who's on? Rodrigo Mora. Obviously goes into the box and heads it down the corner, but there's been a lot of good. I think what he'll have to do at half time is how can he maybe flip it a bit where he can get more of his attacking threats in areas where he can go and hurt this Portuguese team. Because ultimately you're 1-0 down, so there has to be a time where you've got to go and try and take the game to them.
Portugal racked up the goals in their opening qualifier. 5-0 win against Azerbaijan on Friday. So they do have plenty of goals in this team. Lawrence out for a Scotland throw. I think Diri Mabudi is just going to get a bit of a talking to from the referee. Not quite sure what that was about, but play will continue quickly. Matthew Anderson to take the throw. Mullen. Goes long again. A lovely flick by David Watson. Scotland will get possession back. Here's Finlay Curtis. Can't squeeze the ball through to Christy Montgomery. And Quenda's ball through is too heavy. And it leaves a couple of those Portuguese players frustrated. You could see the idea, a couple of Scotland players over in that area of the park.
Yeah, they have tried it a few times down both sides, obviously looking to hit the diagonal and then get the flick on. Do have pace in the wings. It's hard to play through the Portuguese midfield. It's where they're set up off the ball. It's not a bad option.
Good work there by Roger Fernandes to cut that out. As I said, Portugal played on Friday, a 5-0 win against Azerbaijan. On the same day, Roger Fernandes sealed a €30 million move to Al Ittihad. Busy day for him.
I think it just highlights the sort of calibre of player you're up against. No question about that. The amount of first team experience they've had throughout this Portugal under-21 squad, maybe compared with ourselves.
Yeah, Fernandes will be greeting his new teammates after the international break. Karim Benzema, N'Golo Kante, Fabinho.
Not bad, is it? Get to play with Karim Benzema.
Well, foul there by Emilio Lawrence. Just his second game at this age group. Made his debut against Ireland in March. Looked good in that game. As part of Everton's youth set-up before moving on to Manchester City. Mullen's header, it's a flick with the chest that's allowed Portugal to open up space. Fernandes. Here is Mateus Fernandes.
Great position.
Roger Fernandes. Past Colby Donovan. That's the left boot of Jeremiah Mullen that stops it getting towards Rodrigo Mora. Varella's flick, it's a lovely 1-2. And Gustavo Varela just can't catch a hold of that shot. But it was lovely build-up play.
Yeah, it was. I don't think he meant to play the 1-2 with his head, to be honest, but just that reaction, that instinct. And it fell down for a shot. Just didn't manage to connect with it well enough. Maybe the first time we've really seen Portugal cut us open. Comes in that central area. I'd like to see Ray Adams trust Daniel Kelly there. Just trust him. If he makes the straight past 5 yards. Daniel Kelly just shapes the ball out wide and you beat the press. Doesn't look comfortable doing it.
David Watson caught late there. Scotland have one man in the book, and now so do Portugal. Diogo Travassos. Smart flick round the corner from David Watson.
Brought a lot of energy in the first half, David Watson.
Plenty of options on the bench for Scotland as well to turn to. The likes of James Wilson, who of course has already been capped at senior level by Scotland. Ryan Oney as well, could be a real threat up front. Montgomery. Oh, it's nice from Montgomery. I just don't think Emilio Lawrence was expecting it, and here's Quenda. Mora with the flick. Kobe Donovan only getting it away as far as Quenda, who will go for the strike. He's a good player, but it would have had to have been some strike to find the net from there.
Yep, Scotland. So just in terms of Scotland point of view there, it's a bit loose when they do turn over the ball. Again, it is tough playing against that opposition. You're not seeing lots of the ball. You have to make sure when you get it, you look after it.
Mateus Fernandes to Gabriel, back to Fernandes. Diego Rodriguez.
Great take.
Yeah, Roger Fernandes trying to find that switch to Quenda. Just too high for him. Played all 10 of Sporting's Champions League games last season, Giovanni Quenda. Every single league game, still only 18.
It's incredible the level of football he's been exposed to. Only 18 years of age. So that puts things into perspective what the Scotland players are up against.
Watson, that ball over the top looking for Finlay Curtis, who I think will get onto it. Just manages to keep it in play. There's another positive bit of play from David Watson, who you would say has been Scotland's best player so far in this match.
Yeah, I think in terms of leadership and doing the dirty side of the game, tracking runners, energy, not had much of an attacking threat, as we've spoke about.
See that Kobe Donovan long throw again. Turned 19 on Sunday, Kobe Donovan. Scotland claiming for a handball in there, referee not interested. And he's not happy with the protests either.
Yeah, worth claiming for. From where we're standing, that look it potentially could have come off his arm.
Oliveira. Parenti goes forward trying to find Varela, takes it in. It's a nice exchange. Somehow they hold on to it.
Wow.
It's a foul by David Watson.
Keeping possession in the air there.
Not just quality on the pitch for Portugal. Guys like Carlos Forbes on the bench. He played in both of Club Brugge's games against Rangers in that 9-1 hammering in the Champions League qualifiers. Leonardo Barroso is a regular starter for Chicago Fire in MLS as well. 17 games this season for them. Good work by Montgomery. Strides away from Roger Fernandez.
Oh,
it's a good ball into the box and a big chance for Scotland. And Thierry Mabudi just unable to direct the ball either side of João Carvalho. Scotland's biggest opportunity of the game. And Mabudi just can't take it.
What an opportunity for Scotland to level the game there. It's outstanding play from Christy Montgomery, driving through and having the awareness to pick out Mabudi in the box. You just think he's going to find a corner. Directs it right to the goalkeeper.
Anderson.
Big chance.
Could Scotland maybe fashion one more chance before the break, but it will go out for a Portugal goal kick.
Had a great time to score as well. Well fashioned move there, Christy Montgomery. Great pick out.
Yeah, real positive sign that one for Scotland. Christy Montgomery, who has made an impact in the first team at Blackburn already. Couple of appearances this season, 5 in total. Was born in Leeds, but to a Scottish mother. Luke Graham. Graham played a part in Falkirk's championship win last season, on loan from Dundee, where he's made a good impression at the start of this campaign. David Watson just wrestling with his defender there. Will be a throw to Scotland. Mullen and Graham, we've seen a lot of the ball so far tonight. Montgomery sees the space that Colby Donovan's in, flicks it forward towards Finlay Curtis. It's really strong defending by Gonçalo Oliveira.
The full visuals to give you 1 minute of additional time to play. 1 minute of additional time.
Just gave him the easy way out there. He's going to kick it straight back to the Scotland defenders, and then back on the ball instead. Just a bit of frustration there.
1 minute added to this game at Fir Park. Portugal getting that opener through Rodrigo Moura. Scotland so easily could have been level a few moments ago. Thierry Mabudi just unable to find the back of the net. That will be one thing that Scott Gemmell can maybe point to the players at half time and say it's possible to get at this Portugal side. Oliveira sends it forward. Luke Graham sends it back towards Portugal defence. Anderson will have to battle Quenda here. And Quenda looked as if he was too physical there, but that is the half-time whistle here at Fir Park. And it is the visitors who have the slight advantage after the opening 45 minutes. Rodrigo Moura with the opening goal. He is a real goal threat. 11 goals for Porto last season, 1 tonight, and that has given his side, Luke Frere's side, the lead, the challenge, and I think he's going to get a booking for diving here, Giovanni Quenda. And he can't quite believe it.
Referee was in a good position to see. Fantastic play from Mateus in the centre of midfield there. Sent him away. Scotland defended it well, got the numbers back, delayed.
Well, no real complaints there from Quenda when that yellow card was brandished.
No.
I think it would have been a heart and mouth moment for Scott Gemmell on the touchline there. Portugal win a penalty. A big chance for them to really finish this game off. Mullen. Looks in behind for Ryan Oney and almost got to the Sheffield United man. Christy Montgomery just with a bit too high, according to the referee, when challenging for that ball with Roger Fernandez. The Scotland players just need to make sure they don't get too frustrated, stay calm, hope that they can carve out an opportunity to get back into this game.
To try and get some sort of control. That's going aggressive in terms of with their press, keeping the ball for a bit of time until something opens up. The moment they're a wee bit in between.
David Watson working hard to try and cut out any pass, and it's Finlay Curtis's header. As Portugal get a change ready on the touchline. Will be their first of the match. But Travassos will be allowed to take the throw before that happens. It's a lovely touch by Donovan just to take the ball away from Roger Fernandez. And the pass to match up to David Watson. First time ball over to Ryan Oney, who just can't get it under control. It was good positivity from Scotland there. 2 quick forward passes.
Actually came from a bit of composure from Kobe Donovan. Under pressure. Plays out the pressure, plays a lovely ball. Ryan Oney just can't quite get on the end of it.
Graham goes back to Rory Adams. Here is Miller-Thompson. Nice turn by Thompson.
Yeah, well done.
And Scotland get a free kick in a good position.
Good play from Miller-Thompson there, using his body well, turning out. And then the free kick. Right hand side of the box.
Substitution for Portugal. Player coming off is number 16, Diego Rodriguez.
Well, there is no respite really when it comes to the quality that Scotland face, because Diego Rodriguez comes off, but on comes Gustavo Sa. 90 appearances for Famalicão in the Portuguese top flight, and has been captaining them this season at the age of 20.
Listen, I don't know how many times we're going to say it tonight. Whatever they do in Portugal in terms of getting these young talents into the first team, take your hat off to them. A constant conveyor belt, year after year.
Yeah, plenty of experience at the top level in Portugal, but plenty of experience at under 21 level as well. Double digits in caps for Gustavo Sa. This free kick will just be delayed. A few players getting a talking to, but now the delivery can come in. There was a head knock in there. Play will have to be stopped.
Want to make more of the set pieces. Just haven't the last two had the delivery that was needed to trouble the Portuguese defence. Dealt with really easily. And they're big moments, especially for these under 21s, realising how important set pieces can be in games. The goal back from a set piece, the momentum swings, you have to make the most of them.
A drop ball and play can continue. Hooked away by Oliveira. Montgomery goes back to Mullen. It's lovely play from Jeremiah Mullen to stride forward. Donovan. Mabudi gets it back for Scotland. David Watson with a challenge. Kilmarnock midfielder will get it back and then play it back to Luke Graham. Well, no other ongoing games in this group tonight. The other teams involved in this group: Czechia, of course, who beat Scotland on Friday night. Azerbaijan, who lost 5-0 to Portugal on the same night. Gibraltar and Bulgaria as well. Scotland getting two of the tougher ties out of the way early in this group, but they will play each team twice. The qualification route isn't quite the sprint that we're seeing with the senior team. We just have 6 games to try and get to the World Cup. And their upcoming games against Greece and Belarus, both at Hampden. You can get your tickets on the Scottish FA website. Steve Clarke saying last night that a big crowd can really help. We've seen what Hampden's like when it's rocking.
The prize waiting at the end if you can come through the games with some victories. For the country as a whole, be incredible.
You'll be trying to get your name down to head to Canada, USA and Mexico.
Yes, please. It's been so long, hasn't it, since we've been to a World Cup.
Yeah, a real positive start for Steve Clarke's side in that qualification group. That 2-0 win over Belarus last night. After a good draw away in Denmark on Friday. Travassos. Quenda. Really does just seem tireless in his quest to run at defenders. Here's Mora. Back to Quenda. Finlay Curtis now forward, looks for the ball in behind, which actually I think would have been a really good one for Ryan Oney if the goalkeeper Carvalho hadn't been so alert.
Yeah, Carvalho there playing as that sweeper keeper. Actually a decent ball. As you said, he's so alert, he's out, and it just kills the attack dead. Scotland back on the ball.
Watson taking the ball in a tight area, but can't find a teammate. And here's Mora, ball forward towards Quenda, who would have had a real opportunity there because he'd found some space on that right side. Quite unlike Rodrigo Mora to not get the pass correct there.
Yeah, it was. Be disappointed with that. Scotland again, just turning the ball over in that central area. As soon as Portugal win it back, they look to get right at you. Obviously the quality we have spoke about in the attacking areas. Rodrigo Mora just a little bit heavy with the pass there.
Has had a call up to Portugal's senior side, Rodrigo Mora. He was actually on the bench for their Nations League final win against Spain earlier on in the year.
Valuable experience, isn't it? Comes down, plays with under 21s, attitude never in question, quality's there.
Scotland will make 2 more changes. Samuel Cleal-Harding coming on for Jeremiah Mullen, and it's going to be Mitchell Frame on for Matthew Anderson.
Number 18 Samuel Cleal-Harding and number 19 Mitchell
Frame joined
Frame.
Aberdeen to go and get more opportunity. Sam Cleal-Harding, someone that again I know well from my time at County last year.
A late call up, Mitchell Frame wasn't involved in the squad on Friday, but a couple of injuries meant that he was drafted into the squad over the weekend, and a good opportunity for him now on his under-21 debut to try and make an impact.
Ryan Oney got an end of that, yep.
Yeah, here is Ryan Oney, goes for the flick.
Wow.
Just look at that. Yeah, David Watson winning the ball. Not happy with that challenge at all. That is, in fact, a second yellow card. And it's Matheus Fernandes who sees red. So this could be an opening for Scotland. Matheus Fernandes, who is an influential player in this Portugal side. We said earlier on he was a £40 million man, moved from Southampton to West Ham in the summer, but will play no further part in this game, and Portugal will have to hold on to this 2-goal lead with just 10 men for the next 20 minutes or so.
It's a classy operator, just a bit late in the tackle there. His second yellow card, he's off. It's now how can Scotland use that extra man? Well, it's in the midfield and then getting out to the wide areas to try and stretch this Portuguese side. Some new substitutes coming on for Scotland. Is there a bit of added impetus to get a goal? If we were to get a goal, momentum swings, no question. It's what they do now with the extra man.
Yeah, potential lifeline for Scotland to try to take the free kick when the manager, the referee is over giving a booking to the Portugal manager, Luís Freire. Scotland will be able to, I was going to say will be able to take the free kick now. Third time of asking it'll be. Mitchell frames, ball towards the box is short.
Just look rushed there from the set piece situation. Again, it's the third in a row. Haven't had the quality needed.
David Watson not giving that one up. He can't believe it. He feels they should have got a corner out of it.
Yeah, he's battled for everything tonight, David Watson. A lot of the ball in terms of an attacking sense, but in terms of that off the ball work, been excellent for Scotland.
Montgomery. Donovan looking for that ball in behind for Ryan Oney, which looks as if it could cause some problems if Scotland get it right. A willing runner, Ryan Oney, has the pace but also has the strength as well to hold off defenders.
Obviously playing in the Championship with Sheffield United, you have to have those attributes: pace, strength.
Couple of changes for Portugal now. Gustavo Varela coming off, and I think a few of the Scotland players will probably be happy to see the back of Rodrigo Mora, who's coming off as well.
And it's going to be hasn't he? So he gets a goal and gets an assist. A real impact. Times played out with the structure, and the structure actually adapts to where he is on the park. That tells you everything what the Portuguese staff think of him and his teammates.
Yeah, I was going to say a bright future ahead of him, but he's already one of the top performers really in the Portuguese league.
Yeah, he really is.
On come Matheus de Amorim and Vivaldo Semedo. So a fresh challenge for Scotland.
Good pass.
Corner to Scotland. Miller Thompson wanted a free kick over on that far side, but it'll be a delivery from the corner instead. David Watson running over to take it.
We make good use of this corner.
Yeah, if Scotland are to get back into this one, this would be a perfect time to score. Good delivery as well, and a real chance with a head.
Donovan, I think, just by the post.
One of the better chances Scotland have had in this game.
Yep, it just shows you with a decent delivery, you can get chances.
Still time for Scotland to do something here with Portugal down to 10. Chances like that probably won't come around too often. Donovan's header goes out for a Portugal throw. Foul by Finlay Curtis that time. And Matthias de Amarum, who's one of the two substitutes that just came on for Portugal. He plays his football at Famalicão in the top flight in Portugal, whereas Vivaldo Semedo, who's just on the ball here, just moved to Watford from Udinese. A couple of appearances in the English Championship this season already. Gustavo Sa going for the flick.
Yeah, he was trying to get the 1-2, got really creative with it. Scotland managed to defend it well.
What a pass that is, if Quenner can get onto it, and he can. Rory Adams thought about coming, it's cut back. Here is Semedo. Scotland get away with one there.
What a pass that was again, wasn't it? Don't look like the team who are down a man. Still look really comfy on the ball. Semedo blazes over.
Was on loan at Vizela in the second tier of Portuguese football last season, got 9 goals for them, Semedo. Scored in that 5-0 win against Azerbaijan on Friday as well. So he does know where the goal is, just wasn't able to find the right shot on that occasion. And Luke Graham not finding the right pass on that occasion. Michel Carvalho, who hasn't really needed to be a busy man in that Portugal goal today.
Just the one save, I think, from Mabudi.
And if Scotland don't go on to get anything out of that game, I think that will be a big sliding doors moment looking back at it. That chance for Dire Mabudi just before half time. Well, they are 1-0 down. Here's David Watson. Throw in for Scotland at a good area.
A great run from David Watson.
I did wonder whether Kobe Donovan might come over to take another long throw, but it's going to go short. Watson clips that one. And it's down here. It's Kobe Donovan, who is so unlucky. He caught it well, but just couldn't find the target.
What a chance, what an effort. Strikes it so well. Just over the bar. I like that from Kobe Donovan. He's in an area where the ball might fall to him, as you've seen there. He can't hit it any better. Again, signs of life from Scotland.
Brendan Rodgers had praised Kobe Donovan's personality and aggressiveness over the summer when he was involved in pre-season games. Not sure he's the type of player that he'd be relying on for volleys into the top corner, but he was close to it.
It was a great effort. He's had a solid game tonight.
Could well be a good run out for him ahead of potential first team football to come for Celtic, depending on the injury status of Anthony Ralston, who pulled out of the Scotland senior squad. Alistair Johnson already out for an extended period of time. Here's Luke Graham, who's been having plenty of Premiership exposure this season at Dundee. Speaking of, there's David Watson with the pass. just shy of 9 minutes to go of normal time. I'm sure we will get a couple added on for injury time. Scotland 2 goals down, but playing against 10 men now. Here is Finlay Curtis. Still has a hold of the ball, Finlay Curtis. Ball just under the feet of Mitchell Frame as he tried to cross that one in. Carvalho goes long, trying to find Vivaldo. He does get his chest on it and opens things up for Portugal. Yeah, disguised pass inside by Quenda to Gustavo Sa, substitute now wearing the captain's armband after Mateus Fernandes saw red. No surprise, as I mentioned earlier, he does wear it for his club, for Malacao in the top tier in Portugal. There's an uncharacteristic poor touch by Giovanni Quenda, and eventually gives the ball away. He almost recovered it.
I saw one there.
Yeah, Christy Montgomery down, and Luke Graham will just stick the ball out of play to make sure that the Blackburn midfielder is all right. Christy Montgomery's first start at this age group, made his debut on Friday off the bench. Had a good showing, did give away a penalty, but his overall performance was strong. And you'd say that about his performance today as well.
Yeah, he's had some really good moments today. Obviously that driving run that we've seen just at the end of the first half, creating the chance for Mabudi. Scotland just need to try and fashion a chance, try and get back in this game.
Has had a couple of loan spells to toughen him up. Christy Montgomery was out at Marine and Chorley in non-league. Now very much a part of Blackburn's plans this season. Scott Gemmell will be hoping that he can shake that injury off, as the young fans there hope that they'll see something that will give them something to cheer about in the final few minutes of this game.
We have seen some quality on show tonight though.
Giovanni Quenda taking that throw in. He's one of the men that's been providing that. As Christy Montgomery re-enters the field of play, he's all right. Here he is, straight back into the action. Frame inside for Curtis. Yeah, nicely done by Scotland. Here's Donovan. Thompson gets it back from Watson, stretching to try and get the ball into the box. Good work from Mitchell Frame to put the ball over the head of Quenda. Montgomery back to Graham. Here's Sam Cleal-Harding. Mabudi just out-strengthed.
Yes, not the run you'll want at this stage of the game, away from goal. Just haven't quite managed to use the extra man to the advantage, Scotland. Portugal nice and compact in that heart of midfield.
Those supporters staying strong to the end, hoping that Scotland can conjure something up in these final moments. But this is what they're up against. Lovely passing. Here's Sa, tries to find Quenda with the outside of his boot. If it is to be defeat for Scotland tonight, it's damaging, but not the end of the world. It is a 10-game qualification group. Scotland will have much more winnable games than this. Finlay Curtis, surely that is a free kick to Scotland, and it is. Did well to knock the ball by Travassos. He does have really good pace, but Finlay Curtis just getting the better of him. Not sure what Travassos is complaining about, because it's a clear foul.
Yeah, and again, another great opportunity for Scotland now. Not long left, but I think that the substitutions, there'll be a bit of injury time. What an opportunity, can't we get on the end of this? Good delivery from Watson.
Yeah, there are options in there for Watson to hit. You look at the height of Ryan Oney and Sam Cleal-Harding. But as you say, the delivery needs to be on the money. Ball comes in with a lot of pace, and that will leave Scott Gemmell frustrated. Big opportunity to get the ball in the box, cause some problems, but a foul given away instead.
At this stage of the game, you don't have to foul, just make the Portuguese defence defend.
A final change being readied here by Scott Gemmell, and it's going to be James Wilson. Scotland needing a goal. He is the type of player you want to call on.
Yeah, we've seen last season he can finish. Great movement.
You won't have too much time to make an impact though. Oliveira. Pressure put on by Ryan Oney. And here is the change from Scotland. Will be the final change. Finlay Curtis makes his way off. As I mentioned, it will be James Wilson. Sort of done things backwards. James Wilson made his Scotland senior debut before he'd even played for the under-21s, then made his under-21 debut on Friday.
Just as the impact that he had last year for Hearts. Scored some big goals for them. No doubt we will see a lot more of him over the next few years.
Portugal going to make a couple of changes as well, but I think they'll wait till the next stoppage in play. Ball goes back, and you'd expect it will go back to Rory Adams now. Graham. Cleal-Harding spotted the run of Ryan Oney. Gustavo Sa. He's not been on the pitch long, but he's looked a real classy operator whenever he's got on the ball. Quenda.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 5 minutes additional time.
5 minutes to go
5 minutes of additional time
in this match. It is a big ask for Scotland to try and get a couple of goals in that time, but against 10 men it does help. But there are going to be some fresh legs for Portugal as well. One change will be at right back, Diogo Travassos to come off, and it's going to be Jose Sampaio on. That's the end of the evening for Roger Fernandez, and on comes Carlos Forbes, who, as I mentioned earlier on, featured heavily in Club Brugge's two-legged win over Rangers, 9-1 on aggregate in Champions League qualifying. Carlos Forbes started both of those games, and that just shows you the quality that Portugal have, that he's only been deemed good enough to come on in the 91st minute.
It's honestly incredible, and again I'll say it, whatever they're doing in Portugal to produce this sort of talent year in, year out, is you've got to take your hats off to them. The player, as you spoke about, was a constant menace against Rangers. Now we come on for the Portugal under 21s in the 90th minute. I think another thing that's quite interesting is Paulo Bernardo was the captain of this Portugal under 21 team last campaign. Some of the players he was keeping out the squad hasn't really featured as much for Celtic this season. Oh, great pass from David Watson.
Yeah, wonderful ball to Ryan Oney. It's a really good ball into the box from Oney. Looking for James Wilson. Mabudi. Thompson. Here is Mabudi on the turn. The referee points to the ball.
I think he timed it just right, didn't he?
This probably will be the theme of the next 3 minutes or so. Portugal penned in and Scotland just trying to find someone in that box. You'd expect Portugal will just take their time over situations like this. They've earned the right to do so with 2 goals. Maybe open the door for Scotland to get the ball forward. Cleo Harding.
Great pass.
Ryan Oney just has the ball nicked off him, but David Watson getting it back in possession for Scotland. They wanted a free kick, won't be given. Doesn't seem to tire Giovanni Quenda.
How many appearances was it you said he had?
59 for Sporting.
Yeah. That's maybe why exposed to that level of football.
Yeah, it does look like a guy who was capable of playing every single league game and every single Champions League game for them last season. Frame. That ball for Ryan Oney has been on, and is again. Nice turn. Try to just put it through the legs.
Thought he had him as well. Can he get inside and get the shot away? Squared him back up, try to get the nutmeg.
Has looked a real threat, Ryan Oney, in his time on the pitch. Made his debut for Sheffield United against Arsenal at the Emirates. Came off the bench in the Premier League in October 2023. Now featuring for them in the Championship. Came through Hamilton's Youth Academy. With time ticking on, it is going to be defeat for Scott Gemmell's men. Certainly no shame in losing to a team of this quality.
No, I think we knew the difficulty of the task ahead of this Scotland team. And the night we come up against Portuguese under-21s full of real quality. Players we'll see a lot more of on the world stage over the next few years, no question.
Yeah, there goes the full-time whistle here at Fir Park. Scotland just outclassed really by better opposition. Players who are playing at such a high level, but it will be a good learning experience for these Scotland players. Come up against some top talents, but have come up short on the night. Full-time score Scotland 0, Portugal 2.